I hope you guys are enjoying the Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord because I am. I'm absolutely loving it. Maul is definitely one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Just seeing his character just progress through the movies and into that Clone Wars and now the Shadow Lord. Oh, it's just amazing to see. And Sam Witwer does an amazing job voice acting him. I don't know if you guys seen that video with him with the green apples, and that's how he does the voice for him. It's dope. It's really cool. But with this, I wanted to see what Darth Maul minifigures are out there. What designs are out there. So I put together this video for us to enjoy, hopefully, of the worst to first of the Darth Maul minifigures. So let's get into it. Starting off with the very last Darth Maul that I think should be on the list is the one that came out in 1999. I know it's a classic. I know. It's the one that started this whole shebang. But I think it's probably the worst one. And that's just because, it didn't have the right prints at the time. The colors weren't Lego just wasn't where it was today. And even though Lego is screwing up a lot of crap nowadays, but this one it came out in 1999. It came out in 5 different sets. And it looks really good. The face print is that beautiful red. It's got his yellow eyes, but it's just not a whole lot going on. I mean, you have just plain black legs, torso, the arms. The hood looks pretty good. The cape looks really good, but I'm just it just there could have been a lot more. And like I said, it's just because it was at that time to where Lego wasn't doing a whole lot. They were just giving out characters instead of doing details of them. But still good, still good. And next up we have honestly the same minifigure, but this one came out in 2024. This one is one of the classic minifigures that came out to celebrate the 25 years of Lego Star Wars. And Darth Maul was one of those classic minifigures to come back out. And honestly, from the one I just previously showed and this one, they're basically the same minifigure. It was just the prints of this one's a little bit updated, a little bit brighter, but they're honestly the same minifigure. All right, next up we have a Darth Maul that came out in 2009. And although I know the picture looks like trash and I probably need to find a better one, this set did come out in, I guess if you want to call it a set, but it did come out in a watch set. So it's got like a red, gray, black pieces of the watch. And the watch looks really good. It has Darth Maul on the centerpiece for showing like the time. But I mean, I really like it. The minifigure though, looks good too. It's got a slightly updated print. So on the very bottom, it has his, like a little pouch. And then I don't know what you want to call that. But, it's got a slightly updated piece. The legs and also the arms aren't printed. But the head prints looks really good. I still like the red with the yellow eyes, and then he's got his cape and then also his hood on. It still looks like a good piece. So we're slightly getting updated as we go. All right, moving along, we do have a new Darth Maul that came out in 2010, and it came out in 2 watch sets as well. Technically 1 watch set, but it's just the box art is different on them. But this one does have a different torch, a different chest piece as well. With slightly different prints. This one has more of like the robes look, and I really like this one too. The headpiece does look a little bit brighter, and he's got this yellow eyes. The same thing with the arms and the legs. They didn't do printing yet, but he's got the hood and also the cape. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Now we're getting to my favorite ones, so I'm excited for the next couple ones. Next up, we have another new print that came out in 2011, and this one was the very first time that we got a Darth Maul with the horns, and it looks awesome. I mean, the prints of it and also the horns going up, like this one looks really good. This was one of my favorite ones growing up when I finally got this set as a kid. But yeah, the torso has the new slightly updated print with the belts and then the pocket on the side. Obviously, the arms and legs, they're still not printed, but we already know that. And then the cape too looks really good. But the horns, it looks awesome. And yeah, this one did come out in only 1 set, but let's keep going. All right, we're moving up and we're getting to some better prints like this one. The only thing though is this one could have been higher up on the list if they didn't make his yellow eyes completely yellow and actually give him pupils. And honestly, this is what brought him down probably a couple spots because just that alone. He does have some really good prints for like his legs and his chest piece. I mean, it all connects, and that's what I really like about minifigures nowadays is that all of the prints match up with the legs, the chest piece, the arms. This one doesn't have arms, of course, but it did come out in 2024, and it looks really good. It does look really good, even though I think it should have had pupils. And I don't know what Lego is doing nowadays, not giving figures pupils. They're just giving them straight colored eyes. And some figures it works, some figures it doesn't. This one is definitely one that doesn't. But yeah, let's go. All right. And then now we got 2012 Darth Maul. And yeah, I know this one's a very unique one. And some of you might even think that the ones I've shown prior to this one is better than this. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't care. Go make your own video. This is mine. But with this, I think this is probably one of the better figures because it's a unique design. I mean, when are we going to get a design like this again? This one came out in the Advent calendar of 2012. And I mean, it's a really cool design. Yeah, I wish it came with pants, with leg prints, but you know, I can't be too picky. I probably can, but it's okay. But this one has a really nice design, red all over, and you know, especially being Darth Maul, I feel like he was the perfect figure for this. And you know, the chest piece looks awesome. It still has this belt, and then a kind of like a Christmas coat on, and it looks really good. The cape is red, the hood is red with a white outline, you know, what you see us wearing during Christmas time. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so this is definitely one of the higher ones that I really like. And for my collection, I'm definitely going to get all of these one day, and it's going to be cool. Next up, we have the Darth Maul that came out in 2020, the beautiful and horrible COVID year. Yep. Yeah, this one came out in 2020. It was the Lego Star Wars book that you can only get this one in. And honestly, this minifigure looks awesome. Almost a perfect minifigure. And when I say almost, it's because of the legs. It just looks like they could have completed it. I don't get why a lot of the figures, they don't really do it now, but they used to a whole bunch, to where the legs, they're just not fully printed. It's like you do the feet and you do like the ankle part, but you don't do like where the shin is, you know? And I don't get that. It's like, why not just do that little extra? Because then it just doesn't flow right. Like it looks like it's cut off. And I don't know, to me it just looks stupid. But maybe I'm just nitpicking it. But honestly, it's the name of the freaking channel. I mean, I'm too broke for Lego because Lego's up in these prices and they're doing crap like this. I mean, I don't know. To me, this is stupid. But for the other, prints of this minifigure, it looks really good. I like the openness of like the chest. Sounds weird, but I think it just looks awesome. I mean, his belts, his robes, going down with the prints. It does look like the print was kind of cut off, or maybe they could have brought it over. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely nitpicking for sure, but I mean, the horns up top with his face and his chest piece, it all flows really nicely. It's just the legs. It just looks dumb. All right, next up we got this cheeky little guy was smiling. Next one, this one came up in 2017. It's the Darth Maul with horns, printed legs. He's got this open mouth smiling. And this one to me is really funny. And I don't know, I just like the smile. To me, it just looks pretty dope. But his robes and the prints all flow very nicely. I honestly don't really see anything wrong with this minifigure. I do think there's minifigures better than this one, but this one is almost a perfect figure to me, to be honest. Yeah, it just this smile alone is like what put it up here pretty high. And he's got the pupils, he's got the yellow eyes, the prints of his face and the horns looks awesome. The prints of the chest and the pants, it looks cool. It looks really nice. And next up, we do have the Darth Maul that came out 2 years prior to this one that has honestly the same prints as the 2017 one, the one I just showed. This one that came out in 2015 has the same prints and then the headpiece, and then his horns look good. The only difference that it came with a cape. As far as I can see, the only difference is that it just came in with a cape. That's about it. But it only came in one set, and yeah, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, I see nothing wrong with it at all either. It's just this one came with a cape, so it's slightly better than the last one. All right, next up on my list of worst to first is the 2012 Darth Maul printed red arms, and I know this one is awesome. I mean, this has to be almost everybody's favorite at some point when it came out. It's just, you don't really we haven't really gotten anything like this before, so it was definitely my favorite. Even though like the prints on the legs, it didn't have any, but I feel like the arm printing, which we wanted, we finally got, but they did take away leg printing, so it's kind of they gave us one, but they took one. You know what I mean? But it looks really good. It only came in a polybag, came out in 2012. And I'm surprised they didn't make a set with this, to be honest, because this one I feel like would have been really good in a set. Um, but yeah, I'm surprised they only did a polybag. Arm printing, chest piece looks really good. The headpiece and then the horn, it all has a nice flow to it. And I love the color red. So this red look just looks awesome. Next up, we're getting to the top three. Is the Darth Maul that came out in 2013. And I will say that I know this was almost everybody's favorite growing up. For me, it wasn't for a good while. It wasn't until I got a little bit older to where I appreciated the thought and, the time and how they wanted to make this one look. I actually appreciate it a lot more than I did as a kid because, they gave us very unique legs that I haven't really seen anything like, to be honest. To have a torso like this and legs like this, it's kind of like General Grievous almost, but if you had like a torso like this one or a chest piece like this one. But they gave us really cool legs, arm printing, chest piece, a very unique chest piece too. And then the head with the horns. The only thing though is that I'm not a big fan of the head piece, like the head printing. I don't know, there's something with the eyes or the way that they printed it. It's just something I don't like about it. But everything else I like. But maybe just because the chest piece and the headpiece, like the color of red, seems off. It doesn't look like they match, to be honest. That's probably what it is. But this one is a really cool design, and it's definitely deserving of the top three for sure. And in second place, we have Darth Maul that came out in 2025. And I know it's the newest year. You would think it would be the best of the best. And the colors and the prints and the design looks awesome. But the eyes, they did the just yellow, plain solid yellow. And Darth Maul has pupils. I don't know why they didn't put that here. They're definitely trying to cut back on some cost or whatever, but why? Just why? To me, this ruined the figure just having yellow eyes. I mean, he just looks demented, which Darth Maul is, but I don't know. I hate the yellow eyes like how it is. They need to have pupils. And this would have been a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 minifigure if they just gave the pupils. Because everything else on it is perfect. Everything else. But once again, Lego dropped the ball on something so little that they already had done. They already had fixed. They've done in the past, but they're changing it when they're almost making a perfect figure. They do that a lot now. Thinking about it, almost when a figure is almost about to be perfect, they take something away to make it not perfect. And I don't get that. It's like you're just fumbling over and over and over. Stupid. So first place, my worst to first. My first is the 2021 Darth Maul. The one that has the pupils. The one that almost, basically the figure to me is a 10 out of 10. Yeah, the one I just showed had brighter colors and I like that. But this one isn't bad on its colors either. I really like the colors and it's not as bright as the last one, but it still looks good. And it has the pupils, the legs, the prints, the chest piece, torso. Even that it doesn't even have arm pieces, it could have. Honestly, maybe it's not even a 10 out of 10 because it doesn't have not pieces, but arm prints. But this is definitely the top figure for Darth Maul, 100%, because of the pupils. They have everything right on here for the headpiece, the legs. I mean, everything. It all looks really good, and I'm glad that they actually made it and did it right. The only thing though is it came out in two sets. One of the sets is stupidly expensive for no freaking reason. Just because it's Darth Maul and Ahsoka, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, this one came out in 2021, and this to me is the first out of the worst. Maybe I should be saying that better, but it's basically the best Darth Maul in my opinion. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What you think is the worst, what you think is the first, what's the best. Stay on the lookout. I do have another video coming out about Darth Maul. This one's going to be going over all of the sets of what I think is the worst to first. And if you guys are watching the Darth Maul Shadow Lord show on Disney, it is awesome. I just finished up. I know episode 9 and 10 are coming out next week. So if you guys are already finished it by then or whatever the case is, let me know what you guys think down in the comments as well. But yeah, have a good day. Appreciate y'all.